Hey everybody, it's Patrick Vogelpool. I'm back talking time management with a real live person. Not a book that says, well, you're in college now. For every 1 hour in class, you need to prep 3 hours with homework and reading. Yeah, that's hard to do it for a lot of people, not just community college students, but just anyone normal. So, living legend, George Olgin. This guy is phenomenal. Army High School graduate, go Indians. Solano College graduate, go Falcons. Sac State graduate, go UC Davis. But that's okay. Okay.
Battle of the Causeway.
Battle of the Causeway. And now George has been basically a key figure in Solano's reading and writing labs for how many years now?
I started as a student tutor in 1997.
97?
And I've been here ever since. So what's that, my 11th year, going into my 11th year?
That's like a million years.
Hey.
That's awesome.
Get in where you fit in, I think.
That's right. That's certainly my motto with academia. Okay, so let's look at this. George was not a traditional college student. Didn't go right from high school into a four-year school, all that stuff. You entered Solano when you were how old?
23.
23. And were you single or married?
No, I was married.
He was married. And did you have a child?
Yes, I think my first daughter was about 6 months old.
Okay. I'm thinking about, maybe starting a family next year, and I'm done with school. And I can't even think about how I'm going to have time to do anything.
Oh, yeah.
So how did you manage all that time? Those are heavy-duty responsibilities that a lot of our students have.
Right.
So how'd you do it?
And I think nowadays a lot of students do have a lot of, they're not that traditional student.
Right.
And I think the first thing is to prioritize what's the most important. Is it family? Is it going to school? Is it hanging out with your friends? So if you're deciding to, hey, I want to be a student now,
Yeah.
then that has to be my number one goal. But at the same time, keep my family obligations and keep my social obligations, in the mix.
But making that first step and really prioritizing that changes a lot of things for students, I think, too, because they have to sit down and really decide, okay, I want to be a student first, along with being a family.
And I think one of the things that being a student is what are you trying to achieve? Are you trying to get a degree to maybe, if you're in the shoes that I was in, get a degree to maybe get a better job, to get a career.
Yeah.
So I mean that has to be at least hopefully most students' motivation.
Right. Cool. So you prioritized, first of all. You went and you said, I need this because I want to not do construction anymore.
Right, yeah.
I want to love my child and be able to hold her without an aching back.
Right.
Okay, so say these students here watching have already committed. They know that they want to take care of their family and they want to be students. Then what? How do you stay committed, I guess? How do you actually get through the degree?
I think for the first thing for me was to find some of your strengths and find some of your weaknesses.
Okay.
And most colleges, definitely here at Solano, we have a total infrastructure to help students to find out what their strengths and weaknesses are through counseling, through testing. And then for me, just ironically, I was weak in English. I was weak in English and in math, and I think I was weak in a sense that I didn't absorb it in high school, and it was a while since I graduated high school.
Right.
So I think for me, it was first, let me take math and English so I can at least get that foundation.
Just get it done.
And then at the same time, maybe take a fun class, take an art class, take something that you're interested in, if you like photography, PE class, so you don't have a heavy load. And then that way you can focus on school and at the same time kind of get your feet wet of being a college student.
And for every student, what may be considered a fun course or a not so difficult course is different for every one of them.
Yeah.
For me, it was easy to take an English class, but if you put me in like business or math, I'd have been, in the fetal position in the corner, sucking my thumb by day 2.
Yeah, I mean, and then even for me, once I got my feet wet in English, I just, I took to it like a, fish to water.
Yeah, man. Okay, so any more tips for students in your position or a similar position?
I think if you're a student coming to any school, college, you want to maybe kind of make out a plan, and to help you, hey, if I have to watch my kids this day, if I want to go to a concert on this day, I have a research paper on this day, what's the most important? How can I put that into like a master plan so that I don't cram last minute, so that I don't tell my professor, hey, my kid was sick yesterday, I didn't get a chance to do my paper. Well, those things come up, so you have to say, you know, you have to set up a calendar and prioritize and make good choices with your time. And sometimes you have to sacrifice.
Okay.
Sometimes, you know, if you know you want to go to that concert on a Wednesday night, but you want to go to that raging party on Friday night.
Yeah, you got to pick one.
You can't go to both. You know, you got to pick what's most important to you.
That's cool. So, in other than just like, you know, set your priorities, time manage.
Time management.
Really go in and look hour by hour what you're going to be doing every day. Doesn't mean you're going to be studying 4 hours in one class or shop, but you got to know that you're going to be studying somewhat throughout the week.
Right, and I mean, that's what I tell students all the time, you know. If you know you have something coming up, then hey, when are you going to do your studying?
Right.
And most classes, you know, they have a syllabus that tells you this is due, this is due. Take each month, you know, you print out a calendar on, you know, on Microsoft Office or whatever software you have, and print out a calendar and put it on your iPod or whatever, and you're set.
And for the record, you did this with no Red Bull wasn't around.
No, Red Bull wasn't around.
No Adderall, no stimulants, no no-dos. You just lived a clean, healthy life.
Best I could,
look at you now. Man, you're an inspiration. Thanks, George.
Thank you.
And you'll be seeing probably many of my students this semester, I hope.
Well, bring them on. You know, I'm here to help students, and anything that the labs can do, you know, that's our job.
You know what's great about George, too, is that he'll tell you if you've done, you know, some of your writing, if it really stinks.
Oh.
He won't just go around and be like, well, this is good, and I like how you use commas. Every now and then, you need to hear this as a writer. You got to do that again. I told you to write something about apples, and you gave me 3 paragraphs on marshmallows and oranges.
I like taking their paper and just kind of crumbling it up.
Yeah, well, it's like what I do with their hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That's our job.
So have fun on that note, and thanks, George. Okay, see ya. Bye.